Once a lakeside symbol, now the black swan swims in commercial ponds, waiting for harvest. Welcome to AgroWorks USA, the channel where we explore the unexpected transformations of modern agriculture. Once admired in parks and temples as icons of grace and eternal love, black swans are now being farmed on a large scale in China, not for beauty, but for their rich, flavorful meat. These once sacred birds are moving from legend to livestock. In today's video, we'll take you behind the scenes of black swan farming, from natural mating and egg care to pond management and final processing. Along the way, we'll examine how this shift challenges long-held cultural values and raises big questions about ethics, sustainability, and tradition. Are we witnessing a bold innovation in food production or a troubling shift in how we treat nature's symbols? If you're curious about how farming is redefining the animals we once only admired, this is a journey worth watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to AgroWorks USA for more stories from the edge of agriculture and culture. Black swans, Cygnus atratus, are native to Australia but have found a new agricultural home in China, where they're now bred for meat. Unlike their white counterparts, black swans are instantly recognizable by their dark plumage, bright red beaks, and distinctive curled wing feathers. Adults typically weigh between 4.5 to 9 kilograms and have wingspans stretching over 2 meters, making them one of the largest waterfowl species in farming today. Known for their monogamous pairing and strong parental instincts, black swans adapt well to controlled environments. They thrive in temperate climates and require access to freshwater ponds or artificial lakes to maintain feather health and behavioral well-being. Their long necks and webbed feet make them efficient grazers, feeding on aquatic plants, grains, and leafy greens. Farmers selectively breed for traits such as fast growth rates, meat tenderness, and calm temperament. While no commercial breed classifications exist yet, ongoing efforts are being made to develop standardized lines optimized for food production. This combination of physical elegance, adaptability, and market-driven traits has positioned the black swan as a unique and somewhat controversial entrant into the world of commercial poultry farming. Black swan farming in China primarily follows a semi-intensive model where swans are raised in enclosed, man-made ponds designed to mimic their natural habitat. These systems typically include shallow water areas for swimming and deeper zones for thermoregulation, as water plays a vital role in maintaining the swan's body temperature and feather condition. Each pond houses a controlled number of birds, usually between 20 to 50 depending on size, to avoid overcrowding and minimize stress. Water quality is critical. Most farms change pond water 1 to 2 times per week, accompanied by routine algae and waste removal. Aeration systems are often installed to ensure oxygen levels remain optimal. To support both physical health and natural behaviors, farmers incorporate grassy banks or platforms for resting, nesting areas shaded from direct sun, and fences to prevent escape or predation. Daily inspections help monitor bird activity, behavior, and signs of illness. This managed environment allows for efficient feeding, disease control, and seasonal breeding, while also maintaining animal welfare standards. The integration of landscape design, water regulation, and behavioral needs makes black swan farming a blend of traditional poultry practices and specialized aquatic care. Did you know that the pond water is changed 1 to 2 times a week to maintain hygiene? If that surprised you, type 1 or share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to discover more stories from AgroWorks USA, where we uncover the truth behind your food. Black swans typically breed once a year, with mating season beginning in late summer or early autumn. A mature female lays between 4 to 8 eggs per clutch, which are incubated cooperatively by both the male and female over 35 to 40 days. This shared responsibility not only strengthens pair bonds, but also increases hatchling survival rates. Once hatched, the cygnets are precocial, born with down feathers and ready to walk and swim within hours. However, they remain under parental care for several weeks, during which the adults guide them to food, keep them warm, and protect them from threats. In farm settings, this natural parenting is supported with additional care, such as clean brooding areas and supplemental feed. Farmers prioritize early nutrition by offering high-protein pellets alongside leafy greens to promote rapid growth and immunity. Water quality is closely monitored during this stage to prevent disease outbreaks. Daily checks ensure that weak or injured cygnets are promptly treated. Thanks to their resilience and attentive parenting, black swan cygnets require relatively low human intervention, making them ideal for semi-managed farming systems focused on both efficiency and animal welfare. Once black swans reach market size, typically between 6 to 8 months of age, they are carefully selected for harvest based on weight, feather condition, and overall health. To minimize stress, farmers transport the birds during the cooler hours of the day using ventilated crates that ensure airflow and prevent injury. At the processing facility, humane slaughter protocols are followed to preserve both ethical standards and meat quality. After slaughter, the swans are plucked, thoroughly cleaned, and inspected for hygiene. Unlike conventional poultry, they are often sold whole to highlight their striking appearance, a feature highly valued in upscale culinary presentations. The meat is dark, tender, and richly flavored, often compared to duck but with a deeper, more game-like taste. To preserve this natural flavor and moisture, black swans are typically boiled whole at high temperatures, a method that enhances the meat's signature sweetness. Each carcass is vacuum sealed and quickly chilled to maintain peak freshness. In premium markets, packaging may include QR codes that offer full traceability. Though still niche, black swan meat is gaining traction among gourmet chefs seeking rare, elegant alternatives to traditional poultry. How do you feel about the idea that the beauty of swans is now a selling point in the food industry? Share your opinion in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Black swan meat is carving out a niche in the premium food market, especially in China, where demand for rare and exotic proteins is rising. With prices reaching over $40 per kilogram, it appeals to high-end consumers and upscale restaurants looking for unique dining experiences. Most black swan farms supply the domestic market, but interest in exports is growing, particularly from countries like Japan and South Korea. While overall production remains small compared to mainstream poultry, the high value per bird makes it an attractive venture for niche farmers. Whole black swans are often served at weddings or banquets, where their elegance enhances presentation. This visual and symbolic appeal adds seasonal spikes in demand, especially during festivals. Though challenges remain, such as regulatory approval and cultural perception, black swan farming offers a profitable model for those willing to innovate. With the right branding and quality standards, it could become a lasting fixture in the gourmet meat sector. The rise of black swan farming has sparked growing ethical debate. Traditionally admired as symbols of grace, mystery, and fidelity, black swans occupy a special place in many cultures, including temples, public parks, and national emblems. Turning such a revered creature into a commercial meat product raises questions about cultural commodification and animal dignity. Animal welfare advocates also question whether current farming models, often semi-intensive with limited water space, can meet the behavioral needs of such intelligent and social birds. Critics argue that prioritizing profit over the animal's natural instincts may cause undue stress, even if the meat is marketed as premium. Proponents counter that black swans, like other waterfowl, can be ethically farmed with proper space, care, and respect. When done responsibly, they argue, swan farming could balance tradition with innovation, preserving the species while creating economic value. Still, the core question remains: should every beautiful creature be turned into a commodity, or are some best left as living symbols? Do you think eating swans contradicts their cultural symbolism and poetic image? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay connected with AgroWorks USA. Compared to traditional poultry or livestock, black swan farming offers a relatively low environmental footprint, especially when implemented with thoughtful design. These birds are herbivorous and efficient grazers, feeding primarily on aquatic vegetation, which reduces dependence on commercial feed and minimizes emissions from feed production. Well-managed swan ponds can also support circular systems, where water is reused, algae are controlled naturally, and waste is repurposed as fertilizer for nearby crops. In some integrated models, black swan farms double as ecotourism sites, creating both economic and environmental incentives to maintain clean, biodiverse wetlands. However, risks still exist. Overstocking in ponds can lead to water contamination, excessive nutrient buildup, and habitat degradation if not properly monitored. Moreover, converting wetlands or natural lakes into swan farms may disrupt native ecosystems. To ensure true sustainability, black swan farming must be regulated with clear standards for stocking density, water quality, and ecosystem preservation, balancing innovation with environmental responsibility. From lakeside elegance to high-end cuisine, the black swan's journey has taken a surprising turn. Once a symbol of purity and poetry, it's now at the center of an agricultural and cultural debate, raising questions about beauty, utility, and ethics. Do you believe black swans should remain icons of nature, or do you see their role evolving as part of the premium food economy? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If this story gave you something to think about, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to AgroWorks USA, and hit the bell so you never miss a new perspective from the world of modern farming. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.